G'day, I'm Warwick Schiller, back with another video on books that have influenced me and hopefully books that will influence you. And the one I want to talk today is a book called Becoming Supernatural by a fellow named Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza is a New York Times best-selling author, I think, but he's also really into studying neuroscience and all sorts of woo sort of stuff. And this book, you know, I learned a lot of stuff reading this book, and you will too if you read the book. But the bit I want to share about this book in relation to horse people, because I think it's mostly horse people that watch my videos, is there was an experiment that he explains in this book done by a French guy named, I think his last name is Epoch, E-P-O-C-H. But what they did was they had a random directional changing robot. You know, you can program a computer to randomly generate numbers. Well, this was like a robot, like one of them Roomba vacuum cleaner things, and it would randomly change directions. The computer would make it change directions randomly, and they put it in an area, and when you leave it alone in that area, it basically covers the whole area. Okay, where it travels to covers the whole area. Then this is where it gets really weird, then what they did was they imprinted some baby chickens onto this robot. You know, you can imprint baby chickens onto a duck, or you can imprint baby chickens onto a person or whatever. They think that's their mother. And so they imprinted these baby chickens onto this robot, okay? And then what they did was they took the baby chickens and they put them in a cage outside that area where the robot was. Now, when the robot, before the chickens came along, they mapped where the robot went to, and it basically used the whole area of the space it was given. You know, went here, there, and everywhere. Used the whole area. But after they imprinted the baby chickens onto this thing, then they took them out of there and they put them in a cage off to one side. Okay, so think about, if you take any baby away from its mother or its perceived mother, what are they thinking? They're thinking, "Mummy, mummy, come here, come here, come here." So they put these baby chickens in a cage off to the side, and when they do that, this random directional changing robot pretty much only uses that side of the cage. Mind blown. So if you think about that, the thoughts, and this is crazy, isn't it? But I'm sounding a bit crazy these days, but this is a documented experiment. If you can understand that the thoughts of baby chickens that have been imprinted onto a robot can change where that robot goes, think about how much your thoughts can change about what your horse, which is a sentient being, not a robot, your thoughts can change what your horse does and how it responds to things. And you know, for quite a while I've been on about the saying, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And you've got to change, you know, I think to get along better and better with your horses, you've got to be able to change your judgments, you've got to be able to change your expectations and the way you view things. And I've found personally that doing that stuff has made a huge difference with my horses. And this little experiment right here, if you haven't ever seen it, and you're not really fully buying into that what you think can really change what they do, this little experiment here might just change your thoughts about that. So yeah, the book is called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Pretty woo-woo book, but a great book to read, and it'll really make you change the way you look at things. So that's another book in my series of books that have changed the way I look at things.